Shri Guru Charana Kamalebhyo Namaha. Sri Shukadeva Goswami says to King Parikshit, O Parikshit, when 11,000 sons of Dakṣa Prajāpati were made into a renounced devotees by Narada Muni, he became very unhappy and angry. Dakṣa Prajāpati had first batch of 10,000 sons and second batch was 1,000 sons. First batch, 10,000 sons were called Haryasvas. He made them into Swāmīs, renounced people. And then second batch, for 1,000 sons he produced again with copulation. He called them Savalasva. Narada Muni also made them into renounced devotees. Means 11,000 disciples Narada Muni had in 2 batches. Losing 11,000 sons, Dakṣa Prajāpati became very angry and upset. He cursed Narada Muni, calling him many names, to not stay in one place and have no residence whatsoever, only has to move around. Narada Muni is spiritually very advanced. He got spiritual potency in him. Even though he got sufficient spiritual potency to reject the curse of Dakṣa, to return his curse to him, still he humbly accepted it. Thus Narada Muni moves around everywhere all the time. Being so upset, Dakṣa Prajāpati was tormented inside his heart because he lost his 11,000 sons. Lord Brahma arrived to him. When Lord Brahma came, Dakṣa Prajāpati stood up and paid his obeisances, respecting him in every way. That is the actual etiquette. When the spiritual master comes, disciples stand up immediately and respect him, pay obeisances. That is the normal. So, Dakṣa Prajāpati, being disciple of Brahma, he paid his obeisances and stood up. Lord Brahma told Dakṣa Prajāpati to not worry about losing the sons and told him to produce daughters. Dakṣa Prajāpati copulated with his wife and produced 60 daughters at once. 60 daughters. Ordinarily, in worldly social life, daughter and son carry equal status, no less. On spiritual matters, the scriptures describe daughter carry 100 times more power and value than the son. Putraha satagunai putri. Putrika means daughter is 10 times, 100 times. Sataguna means 100 times more valuable potential than son. Why? Because daughter goes in somebody else's house and increases their dynasty, whereas son stays in his own house and increases the father's dynasty. Now, if the daughter is married before she reaches puberty, and period, menstrual period, before is married, father, even though sinner, goes to heaven without a doubt. But the son has to perform great austerity and make no offense while doing austerities, so father can go to heaven, something like that. Spiritual life takes one to the spiritual world, but one has to perform by himself and herself to go back to Godhead. Son can perform spiritual life, send their father to spiritual world, but gradually, like that. Those who don't bear children and they are devotees, they adopt Lord Kṛṣṇa as their son and give him everything they possess in his name. That is the law. Those who are materialistic, engrossed in sense gratification, worldly life, they adopt somebody's son to increase their dynasty. But this is material. Spiritually, those who do not produce any children, they don't have any sons, they give everything they possess to Lord Kṛṣṇa for accepting him as their son. Lord Kṛṣṇa becomes their son. Those who cannot produce children are those who don't have sons. These two people, if they are devotees, they adopt Lord Kṛṣṇa as their son and give him everything they possess. That is the spiritual and scriptural law. Moha mamata means flickering mind and attachment, material attachment is seen more in females than the men. Woman becomes more attached to their children and the house and the husband and the possessions than the man. That is by nature God created that kind of mentality in male and female. Even an animal kingdom, male produces female from female and leaves the female and the production and goes its own way. In animal kingdom, in the same way, in men, less attachment and care is seen than the woman. That's why in the material creation, there is more share of women than the men. That's why female is given more protection and care in the human society. Man is more proud than woman. That's why he most of the time thinks he possesses the woman. Woman is his possession because of the ego. Those who are devotees, they do not have ego. If they have, they relinquish it and consider their wife equal to himself. Dakṣa Prajāpati gave his among 60 daughters, he gave 10 daughters to Dharma Devata first, and 13 daughters to Kashyapa Muni, 27 daughters to moon god Chandrama, 2 daughters to Bhuta Muni, 2 daughters to Angira Muni, 2 daughters to Kṛṣṇa Muni, and remaining 4 daughters to Tarkya Muni, gave them in marriage. In this way, 27 daughters were divided. when in due course of time they produced children and filled the whole earth in many variegated forms. Means the daughters of Dakṣa produced the demigods, the demons, the human beings, the animals and the birds and the reptiles and trees and aquatics. Variegated. Variegated. It means Father is same of all of them. Every one of them. Father is same, only mothers are different. That's why they look different and they think different. They have different attitudes, only due to mother. Just like you take basmati rice and plant in an area where there is no basmati. You grow basmati there, rice will grow but will not look basmati, will look different and smell different and taste different. Similarly, mother is called, female is called equal to earth because Raja. She produces ovum. In Sanskrit, ovum is called Raja. Raja means mud. In the mud you plant a seed that will grow in due course of time, supplied water. Similarly, seed is called semen, birya, bija in Sanskrit, semen. And Raja is called earth. When it's put inside, produces children. So ultimately, everyone's father is one, but different mothers. That's why everybody looks different, acts different, and behaves different, and thinks different, does different, like that. From Dharma Devata, the Supreme Lord incarnated as Upendra. See? From Bhuta Muni, Lord Shiva's 11 portions called Rudras appeared. From Kashyapa Muni, the Supreme incarnated as Vamanadev. From Bhuta Muni, along with Lord Shiva, ghosts and devils, pisachas, all these also came. Because that's why they are with Lord Shiva all the time. From Tarkya Muni, Aruna and Garuda and snakes, reptiles, cobras took birth. From Chandrama, nobody took birth. Even though he had 27 wives. 27 wives were given to Chandrama, moon god, married 27 females, but produced no children because a mistake he did. Two mistakes. One mistake was he kidnapped the wife of Brahaspati Tara, kept in his house. Another, he had 27 ladies in his house. He was very attracted to Rohini only. Only Rohini, and he would not go to other 26 ladies' houses. Usually ladies become envious each other. That is by nature. A man has more than one lady, those ladies will become envious and torment the man. That is by nature. That is their nature, envious. So, Chandrama built 27 houses for them. And he kept 2 ladies in one, Brahaspati's wife and Rohini in one. So other 26 ladies, he would not go and see them. He kept them separate, but he would not go and see them. So they all went together and complained to their father. Look, you married him, to him, and he don't even look at us. See? You should have married us to somebody else, you did this. And the father got upset and angry. Why, my God, my son-in-law don't love my daughters equally. He's supposed to love equally. He goes to this house and that house and that house and that house, 27 houses. He can go, but he don't want to go. So, Dakṣa Prajāpati cursed his son-in-law, moon god, Chandrama, telling him to reduce through tuberculosis. Tuberculosis came from Chandrama, who astrologically, in whose birth chart Chandrama is weak. He will either, if he is little weak, he will have throat problem. If he is very weak, he will have this heart, tuberculosis. So Chandrama developed tuberculosis, so he reduced. Every day the brightness reduced, and one day there was no moon in the sky. So everybody got chaos. So then Chandrama went to Dakṣa Prajāpati, begged pardon and pleased him. The duty of a Brahmana is to become very quickly pleased. So he became pleased and told him, okay, you increase. So he increases. That's why that Chandrama moon increases every day little by little and then reduces little by little because curse cannot be cured. So like that. There is another history too about Ganesha. Light fortnight and dark fortnight happened. Tarkya Muni produced 2 sons from Vinata besides other demigods. Vinata. Vainateya. They are called Vainateya, means born from Vinata. Garuda and Aruna. Aruna was first and Garuda is second. Older brother is Aruna and younger brother is Garuda, the bird carrier of the Supreme Lord. Lord accepted Garuda as his carrier, and Aruna was accepted by Sun God as his chariot driver, charioteer. Sri Sukadeva Goswami further says, once Garuda's mother Vinita asked Garuda, do you have capacity to bring me some nectar from heaven? He said, yes, I will bring. So he went and fought with the demigods, including Indra, and snatched the nectar pot and was bringing to earth. On the way, the Supreme Lord saw him. When the Supreme Lord saw him, he became very pleased. Oh, really? You snatched the nectar even from Indra, and so many demigods were guarding. And I'm very happy. Can you ask some boon from me? I want to give you boon. So Garuda asked, I want to become immortal without drinking nectar. Can you do it for me, please? He said, yes. He blessed him. Then he asked another boon. Can you keep me in your flag? I want to be in your flag. The Lord took him and put him in his flag. So Lord's flag is marked as Garuda mark, So Lord is called Garuda Dhwaja, whose flag is marked with Garuda, the Supreme Lord. Then, unknowingly, not educated so much yet as Garuda bird carrier, he asked the Lord, can you ask me a boon? He wanted to give a boon to the Lord. He said, okay, so become my carrier permanently. So, Garuda became permanent carrier of the Lord, and wherever Lord goes, he goes on top of the carrier, Garuda. This Aruna was older brother of Garuda. He was paralyzed below navel. Below navel, he was paralyzed. Boy. He performed austerity tapasya to please sun god because he wanted to circumambulate the three worlds. But he was paralyzed, so he could not do it. So he thought, if I sit on the chariot of sun god, he travels everywhere, I go on with Indra. So sun god became very pleased and accepted him as a chariot driver. So Aruna sat facing the sun and putting back to the horse and is driving the chariot. Can you imagine that? Try to do that. Backing the steering and facing the back seat. If you drive car, I think you will have accident in 1 second. But Aruna is sitting on the chariot of Surya, sun god, and driving the chariot, backing the horse and facing the Surya, sun. So when sun rises in the east, before it rises, the sky turns red. Aruna means red. Sky is not red, but it turns red. So sun god blessed Aruna that people will see you first before they see me. That's why he's facing sun. So that first we all see reddish eastern horizon before sun rises. When reddish color is seen in eastern horizon before sunrise, that is auspicious. Very first you see sunrise, that is not good. Must see Aruna rise first. Then you call pious. So that's why devotees get up early morning after taking bath, putting tilak, and they have their program. Practically means it's like seeing eastern horizon Aruna Deva. Kashyapa Muni produced demons from Diti, Daitya, like that. And she also produced Twasta. So Twasta, although looked like saintly like Sadhu, Rusi, Muni, still he is the brother of demons. And Twasta knew that Indra kills his brothers, means demons, they have fight and feud. So Twasta also had enmity with King Indra. But Twasta, although looked like a saintly person, he was counted as a brother of demons or a demon, like that. Twasta married Rechana and produced one son called Vishwarupa. Vishwarupa had 3 heads. That's why he is called Trishira as well. And because he is in the demonic dynasty, so he is also counted as demons. But because Vishwarupa performed great austerities, he received expertise of becoming priest, presiding priest, performing fire sacrifices, karmakanda section, like that. Once presiding priest of heaven Prajāpati became angry with the demigods and Indra, he left them. So this Vishwarupa was accepted by demigods as their presiding priest to perform fire sacrifice. So that's how the demigods did fire sacrifice after the departure of their priest, guru, Brihaspati from heaven. Thank you very much.